Content 2020, how the Coca-Cola Company will evolve its approach to the creative agenda on its key brands. We will move from creative excellence to content excellence. Chapter 1. How does content excellence approach liquid and linked content development? The purpose of content excellence is to create ideas so contagious they cannot be controlled. We call this liquid. And these ideas are so innately relevant to our business objectives, our brands and consumer interests, we call this linked. And through the stories we tell, we will provoke conversations and earn a disproportionate share of popular culture. The conversation model we have developed begins with brand stories. These brand stories create liquid and linked ideas. These liquid and linked ideas provoke conversations. Then we need to act and react to those conversations 365 days a year. Chapter 2. The case for change. So what is the case for change? We have three key drivers. First, we intend to double the size of our business. That's a lot of incremental servings. The second, we've observed a distribution of creativity. No one now has the smarts and ideas, and in fact, consumer-generated stories outnumber Coca-Cola Company-generated stories on most of our brands. And we must fuel both of these truths. The third is the distribution of technology. We now have greater connectivity and consumer empowerment than ever before. This has driven an on-demand culture where consumers can turn their demands on 24 hours a day. The good news is that technology can enable brilliant creativity. We can develop ideas where we cannot separate the message from technology. Let's take a look at Twelfth Force or Tipex. We can leverage existing consumer behaviors as IKEA have done on Facebook. And we can develop deeper emotional connections through our storytelling, as the Golf GT mobile iPhone app has done. But we must integrate technologists into the core creative team, and we must develop direct relationships with technology companies. Chapter 3. The evolution of storytelling. With this in mind, we need to focus on the evolution of storytelling. We need to move from one-way storytelling to dynamic storytelling. What is the definition of dynamic storytelling? Well, it's the development of incremental elements of a brand idea that get dispersed systematically across multiple channels of conversation for the purposes of creating a unified and coordinated brand experience. The role of content excellence is to behave like a ruthless editor, otherwise we'll risk just creating noise. Therefore, we need to build system-wide capabilities in dynamic storytelling. We have identified 5 key capability areas. The first is serial storytelling. The second is multifaceted storytelling. The third is spreadable storytelling. The fourth is immersion and discovery storytelling. And the fifth is engagement through storytelling. We must remember that storytelling is at the heart of all families, communities and cultures, and it's something that the Coca-Cola Company has excelled at for 125 years. Chapter 4. Baking Live Positively into our storytelling plans. So where do our stories start? The BVA is the blueprint for each brand. We've successfully integrated cultural leadership and cultural tensions into each of the BVAs. Now we must do the same with Live Positively. Our brand stories must show commitment to making the world a better place. So we must partner with the brand teams to build the BVA with a clear Live Positively lens. Then we need to decide what part of the Live Positively story do we want to apply to the brand story, and importantly, what part of this story should we tell to consumers. The exciting thing about Live Positively and storytelling is it's a huge creative opportunity. Let's take a look at the Nike Girl effect. For the Coca-Cola company, our powerful position in the world affords us both the opportunity and the responsibility to create significant positive change in the world. Every employee needs to help ensure that our brands succeed in a way that makes the world a better place. And the Live Positively principles must be applied to our own daily lives, activities, and operations. Chapter 5. From Insights to Provocations, the Big, Fat, Fertile Creative Brief. The next area of evolution is moving from insights to provocations. We need bigger thinking at the heart of our strategic briefs. Working with knowledge and insights, we've observed that a lot of our insights have led to small incremental thinking. What we need are provocations that will lead to bigger transformational actions. In order to get provocations, data will become the new soil within which our ideas will grow, and data whisperers will become the new messiahs. Once we have these inspirational provocations, we will move on to a liquid and linked creative brief. The liquid and linked creative brief must reveal a big, fat, fertile space at the heart. This space will be informed by business data, objectives, and challenges. It will be informed by brand spacing work. It will be informed by working with internal and external collaborators, and, importantly, collaborating with consumers to help strengthen and build the spaces. We need to engage more frequently in online conversation, but let's not just listen, let's really converse. Knowledge and Insights have developed a number of initiatives from Immersion Safaris, CommuniSpace, and Connect that can really help lead us into uncovering inspirational provocations. We also need to work with our partners in Connections to ensure that we have dramatically different briefs that exploit the Connections ecosystem. But remember, our creative briefs must deliver a big, fat, fertile space at the core.